everyone. Welcome to this lunar forecast for the full moon in Capricorn, July 13th, 2022. I am Rachel Moon of Mystic Hand Tarot. And real quick before we get started, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It really helps put this video out there for more people to see. And the more subscribers I have, the more fancy things I can do with my YouTube channel. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, so we have the full moon in Capricorn coming up. I will be doing a short reading for that and talking about the astrology here. The numerology for this day is the number 17. And to get that, I took the number 7, which is the month, plus 1 plus 3 for 13, and then plus 2, 0, 2, 2 for 2022, and we came up with the number 17. And in the tarot, that card is the Star, and this is from the 5-cent tarot. That's the card deck that we'll be using for this reading. But just to talk about the numerology and that number, and specifically that card in the tarot, and how that might influence our day that day. The energy of the Star is about having faith and trust and being open to possibilities, as well as recognizing that you are a light in the world and that you have influence. So a lot of that does directly relate to the astrology of the full moon in Capricorn, because Capricorn is a sign that is very much oriented around career and about work, and very dedicated and committed sign. So trusting that you are a light in the world, that you're needed, and that your commitment to your goals, your commitment to those around you is going to produce something, that is going to produce fruit, that something is going to come from that as a result of your efforts. And this full moon in Capricorn as well is asking you to let go of those things that no longer serve you, so that you can make room for new in your life, especially with regard to your career and your life purpose. There may be some unpredictability due to some other transits happening that day, and I will include that in the newsletter included with this video to my email list. And if you are not in my email list, do sign up. That information is in the details below this video on YouTube, and you can sign up and get my bi-monthly forecasts for the new and full moon, as well as updates about my offerings and my business. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading for the full moon in Capricorn, coming from the 5-cent tarot here, and we'll also be pulling a card from the Messages from Your Spirit Animal Guides Oracle deck. So we're looking at what is being illuminated, what is leaving, and where we are headed. And the card for how we can nurture ourselves will be coming from the Oracle deck. All right. So the card at the top of the deck is the card for what is being illuminated. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. So what we may be looking at deeply this full moon is how we are nurturing ourselves. And this could especially be related to how we're treating ourselves in terms of the work we're doing in our life. Do you like your job? Do you feel you're being creative in your work? Do you feel that your creativity is being honored in your career, in your job? And now your creativity might be you like to paint, or you like to draw, or you like to sculpt, or you like to make something like art. But your creativity is also the way that you think, the way that you interact with other people, your ability to problem solve. All of that is encapsulated in your creativity too. So you might be saying to yourself right now, you know, I don't want to be a painter for my job. I just like to do that as my hobby. But there are other ways that you're creative, and if you're not getting to use those things in your work, that could be a reason why you might be feeling dissatisfied, if that's a feeling you're getting about your work right now. So finding those ways that we can nurture ourselves, nurture our creativity, nurture our hearts, and bring our hearts to our work. All of that is being illuminated this month. So look in this month in terms of the full moon. So consider that. Consider how you're needing to bring that level of self-love in, because that is what this full moon will be highlighting for us. What is leaving? The Hermit. So interesting. This is being of service to others, showing up for others. And there is an aspect with this full moon about not seeking approval from other people. Now, I don't know that the Hermit specifically would be seeking approval from other people, but this might be, since it's showing up in this spot in the reading, this might be saying, people pleasing. Doing for others to the extent that you are not taking care of yourself. Again, with this self-love, this need to nurture the self being highlighted on this full moon, there is a feeling of needing to maybe step back or reimagine, recalibrate how you are showing up in the lives of others. I would never discourage people from not being there for others, but sometimes it's possible to do too much where you might not be taking as good of care of your own energy and of yourself, and that actually can be a disservice to other people. So look at how you're showing up in the lives of others, and if it's draining to you, if it's not helping you, that's something that you're going to be called to leave behind this month. And where are we headed? Where is all this energy taking us? We have the Judgment card reversed. So we are approaching a crossroads. We're not there yet. So this may be something coming up in the next month. Perhaps by the next full moon, we will be seeing ourselves at a choice point. But right now, we are approaching that. So weeding things out, letting go of those things that don't serve us anymore, because we know we're getting to a place in our evolution where we're going to need to decide where we're headed next. And that is the Judgment card reversed. It is a rebirth as well. So, when we're being reborn, we have to shed a lot of layers and take those things that we don't need to the thrift store and get rid of the clutter so that we can let new things come in. And this clutter could be mental clutter. Doesn't necessarily mean you have a cluttered up space, but it could also be old ideas and passions and goals and priorities that aren't really serving you anymore. They're not feeling like they're aligned for you anymore. So letting those things go so you can move forward and be ready to be reborn. How can we nurture ourselves through this time? Through the next month till the next full moon. Let's see what animal spirit guide wishes to direct us and guide us. We have the Penguin. It says the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. So I also just heard chill out. That's one way you can nurture yourself when we're talking about a penguin energy, because the penguin is chilling out, right? He's in the cold weather. But, that period of darkness that you've been experiencing is passing. So getting out and spending time with others. You can spend time with others without overgiving and expending too much energy on a level that doesn't work for you. You can get out and spend time with others and still be self-loving. So get with the pack. Penguins are not solitary creatures. They like to socialize. They spend time in groups and family groups and community groups. So getting out and spending time with others, this seems to come up a lot as a way we can nurture ourselves. I think, over the last 1.5, 2 years, we've had a lot of isolation with COVID and concerns about COVID, and that is, that was needed. But now I think it is a good time for us to reconvene with others and to get back into community and spend time with others. If you're practicing safe protocols, if that feels aligned for you, then definitely do that. But yeah, getting out and being with other people, but especially doing things that are soothing to the nervous system, soothing to your temperament, something that helps you to feel safe, to feel comfortable, to feel nourished. And it's also really hot outside where I live, so maybe you don't want to be super active outside. You need to do indoor activities or go to the pool or do something that's going to help cool you off as well. So that's our message for the full moon in Capricorn, July 13th. I am launching a group reading monthly subscription, which will be a group of 5 to 8 people who want to meet monthly on the second Saturday of each month in the evening to do a group reading. And that will actually entail each person having their own deck, pulling cards for themselves, and then we as a group talk about the cards. This can help you to strengthen your own practice, to get reflections back on those intuitive hits that you're getting as you're reading your own cards. And also, I will be there, of course, guiding as someone with 30 years experience to help influence in terms of, helping you to strengthen your knowledge of the cards. So if that's something that you're interested in, I will be launching that starting next month. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want to know more about that, please do sign up for my newsletter. You can do that at mystichandtarot.com. And that link will also be below the video here on YouTube. So please do that. Check that out as well. I hope everyone has a beautiful and safe full moon in Capricorn. And I will see you in the future. Peace.